Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking some time to learn a little bit more about Learning Blade and Career Blade, which are some STEM career awareness resources that are free for you, provided by the Idaho STEM Action Center. I am the state manager for both of these platforms in Idaho, and you can request your free account by going to learningblade.com/ID for Idaho. And then the Career Blade platform is actually just an open source website you don't need any credentials for, where you can download some additional career awareness, career exploration lesson plans. I have some specific lessons that I'd like to show you that align with some specific standards for your course, but I wanted to start off making sure that everyone knew, at least at a foundational level, what Learning Blade is. So Learning Blade has 12 missions that students use to explore different careers and technologies that can lead to careers. And so each mission sort of contextualizes the learning experience for a student into a storyline or a problem, some sort of challenge, like bringing food to a food desert, or fixing a traffic congestion problem. And most of the missions are online lessons, academic content, career videos that students would log in and do these self-paced modules online. But in addition to the online content, we do have a number of other project-based learning resources and lesson plans for teachers to utilize. And that's what I wanted to start off with. As I was looking at the FirstSteps standards, I noticed in Domain 1, there's a whole section about critical thinking and problem solving. And to me, that is really essentially the same thing as our design thinking tasks, our design thinking lesson plans. And so I'm going to bounce out of my slides here and go to the Learning Blade page. This is what it looks like when you log in as a teacher. You'll be brought to your dashboard, but if you click on the resources page in the top right-hand corner, you'll see there's all these drop downs for each of the missions. And every drop down that you open up has a design thinking download that you can click on and download the lesson plan PDF for. And the design thinking lesson plans essentially have students choose which problem they want to address. And after identifying that problem, they analyze it. They go through the design thinking process where they're evaluating solutions, they're choosing a solution and prototyping it. And essentially, they go through the testing process by presenting it to a group and getting feedback and reflecting upon that feedback. So let me jump back to my slides now, and we'll take a look at another standard. Also in Domain 1, Section 4, there are a few standards about social media and information security, protecting yourself online and your social media presence. And we actually have a whole section dedicated to that inside of our Hack Attack mission. So this is our Hack Attack mission outline, where you can see all the careers and technologies that are involved. And there is a whole section on social media, is one of those orange circles on the left side of the screen. And the lesson, check yourself, as well as who is watching you, I think definitely will allow students to evaluate their presence and kind of consider some of the risks that are associated with their presence on social media. So moving on, really the remainder of the standards that I think we are perfect for is in Domain 2 with your career exploration. And, you know, all of the missions support career exploration, but specifically one of the things that you're asked to do is to explore different multiple career clusters. So you can see that all the missions cover a variety of clusters, from information technology to agriculture and manufacturing. And then another specific ask in the career exploration standards is to research training required, research wage that is associated with these different positions. And our career video lessons, as well as our a day in the life lessons, are perfect for researching those two things about education and training required, as well as the wage associated with these careers. So if you're looking at machinist, marine biologist, scuba diver, you might see some lesson titles titled A Day in the Life of a Machinist, A Day in the Life of a Marine Biologist. In addition, all of the video lessons have similar information. And I'm going to end this video by jumping into the student view to show you some examples of what those lesson plans look like, or what the online lesson content, I guess is a better way of saying that, what that looks like. I'm going to jump into the dolphin rescue mission, and we'll take a look at the machinist for an example. Looking at a day in the life of a machinist starts off with a little bit about what a machinist does, then looking at some education and talking about how on-the-job training is very typical for this kind of position. As they go through, they look at different kinds of machinists before they get to this salary range. And so there is something like this for all of the careers inside of Learning Blade. Whether that is associated in a video lesson or in its own individual lesson, you'll see a page like this in all of the online content for each of the careers. So let me jump back to my slides here and just reiterate, this is a free resource. Included in free access to the platform is free training. So if you want to learn how to get your classes set up, how to assign particular lessons to your students, we can always meet virtually for a one-on-one session. It doesn't need to be a whole hour. It could just be 10 minutes of your planning period, and we'll get you set up with everything that you need to get started. You might already be able to figure it out just from this video, and if so, that's even better.